Hey y'all, new day, 2004 Toyota Sienna, doing the struts up here. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So I had to stop last night. This is gonna be part like 3. That's number 12. I'd take that out. We got what is this, 6? Hold on. HW6. You have to really dig this out if it's really rusty. You might be able to see the threads there starting to get clean. See, I had to finally put vice grips because this stripped out in there. But I'll show you what I'm doing. So you want to run it to the right and then run it back to the left. And just keep going back and forth until you chew enough, you clean those threads off. Maybe use a wire brush like I'm using there to clean those threads off every once in a while. And this might eventually get this out. Take your time if you want to save this. If not, just buy another one. And then you can just cut this one off with a Sawzall or cut off wheel, grinder, whatever you want. After a ton of back and forth, finally I got it off. That's what it looks like there on the threads. You can see some idiot, this washer here, was on the inside and didn't allow these teeth, which are kind of like the ones for your studs when they get pounded through, to sit in this groove to hold this still. The washer goes on the outside, people, the outside. So when that comes through, washer goes on this side and then bolt on this side, not on the inside. Anyway, did finally get it off. You can see how much those threads got cleaned up by going back and forth. But boot is kind of tore, but I think this is OEM. It still feels pretty good. OEM stuff's way better than that cheap China crap you'll get off eBay, Amazon, all them. So anyway, let's continue on to these 22s here. All right, y'all. Got the 4 amp hour battery. It's only got 2 bars, so we might have to grab another one. See if anything has the balls to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. So I decided to give it a break for a second and check this out. Started turning that. I gotta stop that in, so we'll see what we can do here. Gonna be a little hard to show, but I think we can do it. It's breaking loose. One out, one more to go. After about 10 seconds of impacting, she's off. I'm impressed by that thing. Now that we got those 2 out, we gotta pull this wire out of the way. We don't want to damage it at all. And we're gonna probably loosen the top 17 mil bolts on the top. This should be break free from that, and that should allow us to get it drop down when we do those 3/17s up top. All right, those are actually 14 millimeter. Got them right here. 14 millimeter. I have it on the swivel 3/8. This thing's a beast. This 3/8 drive, or even they have them in 1/2 inch impacts. There it is, these 923. Those are pretty new. I love those slim 3s that are 4s. They put a lot of power with those 2100 cells. Anyway, that broke them loose. If not, you're probably gonna need like a 1/2 inch breaker bar. Will work as well. After you finish loosening those up, which I haven't yet, this will drop down and you can just drop it down and pull it out, hopefully. All right, now that we got her dropped out of there, we're gonna have to compress these springs and change out this top plate, because that's the part that's clanging, making a lot of noise. All right, y'all, so we got this V-Vor I showed it in an earlier video. I told you I would get a video. Those are the 2 smaller feet. The bigger feet are what works better. Bleh. The chain, once you compress it, this is where the chain, you're gonna wrap it around the bottom and top post here. I haven't connected it yet, but you'll connect it with this eyelet. You can see we're pretty much at the end of our push. It's how much the piston rod will come up. This is the very top. These bolts could have moved down. You can see I wanted to keep the plate loose because this is what I'm changing. And I went ahead and I did the bottom here. This is where I caught it. Now I did try underneath, but I thought that's not good. So that's why you can see where it is. I might need to compress it a little bit more, but this wasn't moving at all, and now it's moving. I may need to put a little bit of pressure back on it. You can see it's still moving down there, so that I can get this nut loose, but only just to break it loose. All right, so 19 millimeter fits in there. Like I said, I think we'll see if I can break it loose without having to put pressure back on. So it is spinning. I was able to break it loose a little bit, but I'm going to have to put a little bit of, I'm either have to reach in here and try to hold this center or put a little bit of pressure until I get it a little bit more off. So we'll see what I got here. I'll bring it back for that. I'm not saying this is the right way, but I did break it loose about halfway, and then we're going to recompress the spring here. Alright, so I moved this 2 holes down, and I've pumped it up just a little bit here, and it's starting to come together. You just want to go slow. Take it slow, and just pump it here. You'll see it starting to compress. And you don't want to stand in front over here. That's bad. That's no man's land. Don't do that. As you can see, pistons come up a little bit. It goes slow. You'll see this starts to, it'll get loose as it gets tight here. So let's just go a little further. You want to make sure these springs are sitting in these grooves really well. There you go, starting to loosen up. You just want this plate to be loose up here before you go taking anything off, because you don't want shooting up at you. So, all right, let's take that 19 off. Oh yeah, here's a good example. You want that to be loose. You can pick that up. Let's see, it's moving down there. That's what we're changing out. Safety glasses, and also I've put the safety chain through here just before taking this nut off. Still might be spinning. See if we can get it held here. Alright, so I kind of like reached underneath the boot here and tried holding this. This is what's spinning, this shaft. But we got it out. Now it's time to place this top hat right here. Try to keep track a little bit of how it's exactly sitting, because that'll be sort of important as it goes back down in that same fashion. You want it facing a certain way, and everything's sitting on it a certain way. Well, after peeling this off with a screwdriver, the boot was inside here kind of hiding this. We need a new, I don't know if it's called a top hat or something for the spring assembly here. I don't know if I can even buy that, but at the very least I might pound it back together and weld it, because I'd like to have the van back together for usability. But oh man, I don't know. I really don't think it's supposed to look like that. But anyway, that's the new part there. You can see it was scraping on the bottom of it here. That's what makes me think that this was given too much. I know there's rust built in here, because it shouldn't look like that. It should be nice and smooth all the way around. So, but I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll see what I can find here. Something else odd. I bought two of these KYB. Part number's not on that one. Yes, over here. SM5423. This is this one. Take a look at it. Got like white studs. Got raised things here. Smooth here. There's the part number up on top. They're white on the bottom. Does have the holes. There's the arrows. And the bolts are there, and the bearing. And there's that part number there. I haven't gotten that one out of the bag yet, but this one came like inside of a bag with the nuts and everything already on it. So here's the top. It has the cutout here, but it doesn't have the raised grooves. It does have arrows, but they're not like cut in. Also, on the back side, it's a different part number, and they're black. These are colored black. They are all stamped for 10.9. I don't know. Let me think in your comments, because I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. These are both supposed to be KYBs. I don't know. And then one thing that concerned me, let me know in the comments as well. This bearing, put a screwdriver on and everything, you can't get it to spin. And yet the one that came out is spinning just fine in my fingers here. And I know it's worn. I know that. Lots of miles. Was it only under high pressure or something? These aren't meant to turn real easily. I don't know. It doesn't want to move at all. And I tried the one in the package, like I said, only through the package. I don't know. Are these fakes that someone threw back in KYB boxes? Let me know in the comments. So let's stop the video here, because I got to go look up this part here, and I'll make a part 3 or 4 or whatever if I can find that part, or if I have to re-weld it. So as always, like and subscribe for more. Let me think in the comments. And stay safe and God bless. Catch you next one. See you then.